Okay, so back again on the NQ 1 second chart. You probably can't see because video's in the way. 1 second data feeding into a 3-box Renko using the Qline and Moneyball setups. This will work for our QWave. The QWave is essentially just Qline with an upgraded ribbon and the ad alerts. However, for these videos, I've been just using Qline. Here, just before market open, it's 9:12. We will see if we can't put on some nice trades today. The last few days, I mean, we've just been on a massive downtrend here this week. As always, like we pointed out in our other live trading videos and all of our training content we post, as Chris mentions in all of our trading videos, trade location is one of the most important things when using our system and when trading just in general. Obviously, yesterday we were approaching some very long-term pivot points here. Have this one mapped out from the past, and then this was just a more recent one. What you do is you just start back at the most recent, price action wherever you're at, and then work your way back. So I've got this little one here mapped out. As you can see, we had a little pivot there, and then once price pushes through those, they just are essentially invalidated, and then you would continue drawing. So we are forming this nice little trend line here. 3 touches, 4 touches. We'll see if we can't either push up to this zone or back down to this one. Obviously, here in no man's land, you've got to look for some other confluences, whether it's on the money ball, whether it is, like, for example, this would have been a nice little W pattern here, a little double bottom for taking this bull alert. So when you're out here just kind of hanging out where there's no pivot points or zones, or price patterns, then we wait. No reason to rush into anything unless there's something else you see on the chart. Otherwise, we will just wait for a more optimal setup. Each one of these live videos that I've done, they were at pivot points. So, I wasn't just taking these trades out in no man's land. They were, whether it was at a bottom or the one from a few days ago was at this top here. So once again, not too confident in it just because we're not at one of these pivot points here. Like if price was down here and we had gotten a bull alert, that's a trade I'd like to take. Or down here and got a bull alert, or maybe we tap this zone, get a bear alert. There's that bear alert print. See if buyers step up here. If not, I have no problem sitting out. Got this little downward trend line here. 3 minutes to market open. See if buyers can step in here at the open. If not, definitely see a push down to these levels. So let's say you were to enter this trade, what you would have done, let's say you get in here, stops no more than upper part of the bands, and then right here, say you get that 1-to-1, what you would do, move those stops to break even. Maybe, if you're trading 2 or 3 contracts or more, shave off some profits at 1-to-1 and then target, more recent pivot point. Maybe just shoot for that 2-to-1. This would have been, where you've got some chop in here. Or, if you're going to go 3-to-1, you could target this pivot point down here. So we'll see how this one plays out. I'm not in this one. So there you go. That would have been already, if you were in this, 1-to-1, you would have been already in a free trade. And then right there's your 2-to-1 to start the day. See if we don't get pushed down to these. This is why trade location is so important. Look, price coming down right to this most recent pivot point. That would have just been a beautiful short. I didn't end up taking this one, but clean, almost 3-to-1 there. Wouldn't be surprised we push through this and go after these levels down here. That's why we emphasize, and Chris emphasizes in our trade location so much. Very, very important. We end up getting a bull alert here. Probably take a chance on it. See if we can't push back up after tapping this little pivot point here. So let's see what happens.
Order filled.
Okay, we'll see if we can't push up here. Once we get to a 1-to-1, we will go ahead and move stops to break even and take some profit off there too.
Order filled.
And there we go. Move stops to break even. Free trade. And then I will shoot for 2-to-1. See if we can't tap this level back up here. See if we don't push higher. If not, we're already in a free trade, and that's pretty much it. Trade location is key. Look, tap this little pivot point, already in the green for the day. Got the flip on the ribbon, got the flip on the money ball. Missed this move right here, but that's the beauty of the system. You keep those stops tight, stay patient, and opportunities will present themselves. So we'll leave this one running here. Buyer stepped in big there at that pivot point. I think if we retrace here towards the bands, might just take some profits there and call it a day. Move this up to the 30 level. Okay, seller's stepping up here. See if we can't get one last little charge back up. And we're getting pushed back down here. Probably going to get stopped out, but shave profits off once we hit that 1-to-1. So I am in a free trade with some profit here. That is the beauty of taking risk off and the beauty of the system, which allows you to do that. Fairly straightforward to manage each trade. Bulls are trying to push back up here. They're going to be able to do it. Is that all the bulls got? That's it.
Stop filled.
There we go. Okay, so that is the beauty of taking profits when you can. Let's see if we get a push up here. You know, we were essentially in a free trade once we hit that 1-to-1. Take some profits off, especially if you're trading multiple contracts. That's why this system is perfect for prop trading. Keep those stops very tight. Perfect for scalping. A lot of our members use it for swing trading as well, so really can suit any style of trading. $400 on the day. Not as good as the last 2 live trading sessions, but profit is profit. If you want access to our entire toolkit, the system I'm using here, access to our private Discord community channels, link in the description. You could try all of our tools, community, risk-free for 7 days. Start your free trial. And that's all I got for you. See you in the next one.